What's up, everybody? Chewy Internet coming at you today, and this time it's another Marvel Crisis Protocol video. And this time it's going to be about a roster that I've been working on with the Dark Dimension. Ever since I painted Dormammu, I I just want to play that. I just want to play Dark Dimension roster and just go nuts with Dormammu, basically. Um, and also I'm also mixing in the Midnight Suns and some other stuff in here too. Um, just getting. I think I'm gonna be playing this for the next like month or two or whatever. I do have an event. I do have two events coming up, which there's one December 4th in Illinois somewhere, and then we got LVO. This roster is gonna change too, but this is just my opinion on how I would run Dark Dimension slash Midnight Suns roster. And if you guys can, subscribe to the channel, give me your thoughts down below on the roster that I have here, and just comment. Just let me know what you guys think. And again, this roster is evolving as I keep messing with it. The more games I play, the wins and losses and all that, things will change. But right now, this is what I'm kind of set on right now at this point. And I can just give you my thoughts on everything that's why or whatever. So the key with this is with playing Dark Dimension is that one, Dormammu is very, 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 very expensive. Okay, he's an 8 threat model, and his leadership is really cool. Basically, his leadership is everybody gains an additional power during the power phase, and if a character were to suffer damage, I believe he gains a power if I'm reading that correctly. And the other thing is too, if a character has more than 6 power on it, they take a damage. Um, Really cool stuff. I mean, for me, like, um, with the Dark Dimension, you want to surround him with as many 3 threats as possible. Um, I'm not a fan of like 5 threat, 6 threat models. I know there's some combinations with like Hulk that you can do a threat that tactics card that he has. You can throw somebody up there and get like multiple viruses and all that stuff. That's all fine and cool and everything. Or you use it to throw somebody else or whatever. That's fine. Me personally, I don't like throwing bigger threats with their mom. I like sticking around a 3 threat. I think the max I will go for a threat is like threat 4. Um, and that's pretty much it. I wouldn't go anywhere past that. I know maybe Angela's a little more optimal for certain like Deadly Legacy Virus and all that stuff. Um, but I'm just choosing not to at this point. And on top of that, I'm kind of burnt out of Angela. I've been playing her for like the past like couple of months. Try something different. Yeah, so go over this. As you can see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 threats right now. That I really, really like with Dormammu. And reason being is, I mean, Zemo, I think it's self-explanatory. He's a long mover. He has a 2 power charge that gets activated turn 1 because of the leadership, and he has the built-in reroll as well. Zemo can really splash on characters when given the opportunity. He can easily get to a Master Swordsman charge like turn 2, depending on what happens with your first charge and how much power you gain. And he just adds the reroll for everybody, which is awesome. Um, that's kind of self-explanatory. The spice that I'm adding here, and then again, I'm not paying attention to anybody else's Dark Dimension rosters. I did add Carnage. I like playing Carnage. I have a lot of fun with Carnage. I love the output that he can have, with dazing models, killing models, and all that stuff. And the fact that you can add an extra power to him at the beginning of the turn, really, really cool. It can open up some plays, like especially on Mutant Madman. He can go out and get um he can go out and get 2 secures if he wants to, especially with the 2 power. You can just go up and grab 2 if you want. If you want to get a little aggressive, or just in other scenarios, like he can do some other stuff. And the fact that he has an opening with Sadistic Glee, so basically he gets a 7-die builder turn 1. Really, really cool. And the thing about Carnage is too, like it can get scary especially with you're dazing, killing models, and you're gaining all that power. The one thing I find with Carnage is that you're gonna be spending power constantly, right? So I'm never concerned. I don't think I'm ever gonna be concerned with him, like dazing or being KO because of Dormammu's leadership with gaining 1 damage if you have 6 power or more. Because I'm always gonna be spending power, right? The only thing I'm afraid of is like he has 1 energy defense and 1 mystic, and you got to be careful with how you run into like the convocation and stuff like that. But I do like the fact that he just has that option to sadistically really quickly. And he can just have a 7-die builder like on his first attack or his second attack constantly without any work. And he does, and I do have a play with him right now with a certain scenario that I have up, and I'll show that in a second. At a certain point level with Carnage. Um, this is more. I mean, Doctor Strange is more Midnight Suns. I mean, Blade is Midnight Suns. Voodoo is both. Right now, I'm showing Voodoo here, but in real life, I will not have Voodoo. I'll just tell you right now, I do have Spider Gwen. Replacing Doctor Voodoo right now, just because I don't have him. And I'll show you a play that I have with man, I can't speak right now, with Spider Gwen. Turn one with Legacy Virus. I'll get to that in a second. But Doctor Voodoo will be the other fourth that I'll run to, and I'll show you where when we get to the secures and extra. Iron Fist, self-explanatory. He goes to 3 power. I'm on the fence with Iron Fist. I don't know why. I know he's logical and he's a part of the Midnight Suns. There's something about, he's really good. He's awesome. He can get to the Iron Fist really quickly with the Dormammu's leadership and all that. But just something about Iron Fist. I'm liking Luke Cage a lot more. That bodyguard off other characters is really, really cool. It really catches people sleeping sometimes. They forget that, you know, his bodyguard is opposite from Okoye, so they don't realize that, oh, I can bodyguard here. I've been liking Luke Cage a lot more, and he's a little more tankier. Granted, I know he has the blanks count as successes when it's physical energy, but Luke Cage has the auto -1, so he's already blocking 1 attack. Um, you know, he has high physical defense, and he's average on energy and psychic. I've been liking Luke Cage a lot more. Moon Knight, again, Midnight Suns, but I can definitely special him with the Ramu. Um, you know, he really doesn't have anything. I mean, he can get to his builder really fast with Dormammu, and then of course with his split personality thing. If he ever rolls for the extra power and all that stuff, he can do that too. It's cool. And then he has the throwing crescents. I have not fielded Dormammu with Moon Knight yet, but this is more Midnight Suns. Valkyrie's more Dark Dimension, especially with the change that she's gonna get. Her charge is gonna be 3 once the changes come out. So I'm not gonna have a problem getting to her. I think it's within. I don't remember. If I have that wrong, whatever. I think it's either the throw or the charge, or maybe both go into 3 power. I don't remember. The point is that starting with Dormammu, she'll be at 3 power to access one or the other. Is the point. And she still strikes pretty well. She has the charge. She has the throw. I'm just looking for models that have really cool superpowers that I can get to really quickly. And as you can see, you know, like with the 3 threats here, that was my focus when it comes to Dormammu. Um, so let's get to the secures. Again, Gamma Wave is only here because, um, well, this is just right now a replacement. I'm gonna run that other 19-point secure that's out there, the one where you teleport. I'm just right now. I'm trying to get used to real life, and granted, I know Doctor Voodoo's here, but um, I'm just waiting for stuff to come out, and this will get replaced. I'm not a fan of Gamma Wave with Dark Dimension. If I play in Gamma Wave, I'm just telling you right now, I'm playing Midnight Suns. Like, no doubt in my mind. I'm not playing Dormammu with Gamma Wave. It's just not happening. I have not seen a game yet where Dark Dimension win on this secure with Dormammu, so maybe they have. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of it. I'll definitely Midnight Sun. Demons Downtown is self-explanatory. Dormammu's immune to Incinerate. Once Dr. Voodoo comes out, he's immune to Incinerate. You know, you can run, you know, I kind of like Luke Cage on there as well. But I think there are other models that are immune to Incinerate as well that I need to add here, which I will. But Demons Downtown is a very, very strong secure for Dormammu. He's immune to Incinerate. He can just stand on a point and just whatever. Dr. Voodoo as well. Mutant Madmen. I'm a fan of it because of the fact that I hand out extra power. And the fact that I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, and a 4th that have like 4 or 5 physical defense. So I'm not concerned with getting the traps or taking traps from other people because I have the high physical defense with whatever roster I tend to run. So basically, when it comes to the difference between Carnage and Blade, I'm not gonna run both at the same time. I'm only gonna run either or in different scenarios. So Blade, and I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I'm never gonna run these two together unless I'm running like a Midnight Suns roster. But in Dark Dimension, it's just gonna be either one or the other of these 3, 4 threats here, and then I'll just mix and match with the 3 threats. So I do like them because of that and the high defense and all that. And we have an extra power, so I'm not really concerned with being power starved when I'm going for these traps and all that. Huge fan of Mutant Admin. Alien ship, it slowed the game down. I'm playing attrition, so self-explanatory there. Slows the game down. Try to wipe a board basically. Deadly legacy virus. The fact that you have the extra power and Dormammu can get there pretty easily to grab it. Especially with the combination that I'm running here with Eye on the prize. I can get legacy viruses rather quickly. And hold on to points and get a lead. Self-explanatory. Uh, Fear grip. Dormammu can get to 2 hammers if he can. If he can get to 2 hammers, and he has the power to do so, and he has the distance space to do so. So that's the reason why I'm running fear grip with them here, and really self-explanatory stuff. Like I said, gamma wave is gonna get cut. I don't like it. The only reason why I'm playing is because I have to run it until I get the 19 point in real life. Um, so that's it for the tactics and the characters there. Um, Tactics cards, I'm preparing myself for the new rules. So right now, I don't think the roster editor can put like 10 tactics cards and all that stuff in the Soulstone. Kind of weird right now. So this is what I'm running. Advanced R&D opens up so many plays, and I'll show it here in a second in a little bit. I mean, you just take power off people. Whoever's not going to be using power that turn, give it to other models that will be using it, and then you have plays. Carnage rules because I'm running Carnage. I can get to 4 power no problem, get a free attack. Self-explanatory. Dark Restoration, self-explanatory. It's a Dormammu card during the cleanup phase. You can spend 6 power, even though I misplayed this yesterday. You can revive a 3 threat, so you can get a little risky with a 3 threat, and if they get KO'd, Dormammu can bring them back, and they're back on the field, and they can do a lot of nasty. Doom Prophecy, only this will change. For now, I'm running it because I do run Carnage. He's my only target for it. I'm not going to use Dormammu to play this. I'm not going to play this on Luke Cage. I'm not going to play this on Blade. Maybe I can play it. No, I'm not going to play it on Blade at all. It's just Carnage. Whenever I'm running Carnage, I'm running Doom Prophecy. That's just self-explanatory there. Once things change, this will probably get cut with the models coming out like Bordeaux and all that. Eyes on the Prize, I'm a huge fan of. Spend the power, you can interact with things within 2 instead of the 1. I mean, you're getting an extra power from the affiliation. You spend the 1, you have another power to get an objective, basically. You just find models that can get to these, legacy viruses and all that kind of stuff. It makes your model a little safer. Instead of being all the way within 1. I'm a huge fan of this card with Dark Dimension. Field dressing, self-explanatory. Because if you're running Dark Dimension, you're going 4 or 5 wide, depending on what points you're using and all that stuff. So, I mean, field dressing, this is a must-have. If you don't, I don't know what to say. But if you lose a model early and stuff like that, and again, you're running a low model count, so you can get tabled and lose a game, or just basically someone's gonna run up points on you, especially if they're playing a scoring team and they go like 5 or 6 wide or whatever the case may be. Like, you're gonna need this. Follow me. You're gonna get the 6 power with no problem. I shouldn't have to explain this. You spend 6 power, choose another character within 3, you activate. You basically, with Dark Dimension, if you're running Dormammu, you should always have priority. But if you start dazing models and you starting to look like, hey, I'm not gonna be going first next turn, you go ahead and play Follow Me, activate another character, and then you maintain priority and just keep the train rolling. Heroes for Hire, I got 2 targets that use it, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. This card just gets better as the rounds go on. Basically, Luke and Iron Fist go within 1. They take the attack. If you don't daze or KO them, they get to throw you small if you're size 3 or less. Keep that in mind, size 3 or less. I'm trying out Inspiring Monologue. I'm giving this a shot. Just the fact that I do amass a lot of power with the affiliation. If I can, if I have an itch, or if I have a feeling that you're gonna target a certain character, let's say if I feel like your goal is just to kill or daze Dormammu, I'll spend the 3 power and just reroll my defense dice. Why not? Currently Dormammu does not have a way to reroll defense dice in his thing at all. So, and I mean, he's rolling average dice with 4-4. I mean, granted, his defense dice are really high. It's like 4-4-5, but he can get dazed. I mean, dice are dice. So if I can help myself survive, I will definitely do that. So Spider-Man will be on. I'm trying this card out. We'll see what happens. And Dark Restoration, self-explanatory. You just revive. So, anyways, guys, let me go to an example of a scenario that I have here. With let me see how many points I have here. 4, 8. This is an 18-point list right here. This is an example. Let's say for, hey, I win priority. Um, and again, this is all just a scenario that just came up, right? I don't know. This is probably the percentage of this happening is probably going to get lower because everything's random now, especially with secures and extracts. You only draw one now. So this is just, hey, you know what? I got the dream here. I got the mutant madman traps, and then for some reason he played the legacy virus. Again, this is all random. Let's say I get this scenario, right? So, and I'm human, guys, by the way. Definitely comment down below. Let me know your thoughts if on everything I'm talking about. If I got something wrong, just tell me. So, in this situation, right? So, hey, I can go first. I won priority. He chose 18 instead of 19 points because maybe he just didn't want me to get in somebody else or whatever the case may be. I definitely love the Dark Dimension on this kind of scenario, especially with Legacy Virus having the extra power. And this is where I bring eyes on the prize, okay? So now with Legacy Virus, I'm pretty sure dormammu if you wanted to. I mean, and I haven't had enough time. I think you can get to both Legacy Cures within one and probably grab them both. You can do an advanced R&D. But me, I don't like to get greedy, okay? And I'm fine with just grabbing one and just holding on and just whatever, right? So in this situation here, you start the power phase. Everybody ends up having 2 power. You have advanced R&D. You have eyes on the prize. Maybe this is just a lot, but you never know. I mean, 2 tactics cards here isn't bad. What you could end up doing here is playing advanced R&D. I'll just tell you right away. I'll just probably spend the power off of Baron Zemo or Luke here because I don't think they're gonna do much here. Let's just say I go with Luke Cage, right? Spend the 2 power off advanced R&D. I'll give a power to Carnage and Dormammu. Just because, right? Never wrong with him having a lot of power. Or you just spend the 1 and just give it to Carnage because if your only intention is to grab that and then come back here and grab a Mutant Madman trap, hey, that's pretty cool. So what you can do is now with Eyes on a Prize, you're within 2 of the Legacy Cure. That's all you have to do. So with Carnage, you should be able to move once here because I've done this a few times already. You can basically move Carnage over here a little bit more, like to this spot here, and like easier for yourself. But you can go on an angle or whatever the case may be. You come up, move. You got Eyes on the Prize because Carnage has the big base and he moves medium. You should easily be within 2 of the cure. I mean, that's in right there. Let me just come down just to show you. Nobody wants to dispute me. There it is. It's basically touching at that point. If it's not, hey, whatever. I'm a human. You can basically spend 1 power here. Grab that. You got the Legacy Virus, right? At this point, I have not tested this part. You can probably get within 2 of the other one if you like. I don't think so. Let me see. I'm gonna move here, place. I don't think he's within 2. Maybe he is. No. So, like I thought. So, what you can end up doing here is, honestly, you can do the safer play. And again, you can get within 2 of the Mutant Madman trap here, okay? So you can come out right here. You can come out a little bit farther. You're definitely within 1 here. But you can come back a little bit because of Eyes on the Prize and be within 2. So I'm probably out a little bit there, which is fine. It's not a big deal. I'm within 2 anyway. Because of Eyes on the Prize, I can go ahead and spend another power, which will leave me at 1, right? Which is fine. Because what ends up happening, you'll see here in a minute. So right now I'm going to get this trap right here, a roll, whatever, got it. Cool. So I got the middle secure. The middle extract. I got my point back here. So right now I got 2 points. He ends up going. Now, I don't know what my opponent has. Maybe he has a plan for both the Legacy Cure here or whatever. So now, what I'm trying to do with this, because a lot of people have a lot of safe plays to get this middle one here. I took away the middle one. So now you have to go to the outside, right? And who do I have sitting outside? I have Dormammu. I have Carnage right here for next turn. If you got a model that sits right there, I can just have him start feasting and do what he needs to do. I can go up, move up with Luke. I can get a little risky too. If he does not want to grab the Legacy Virus out here, he has to grab either or, right? So I can literally just, let's say if he doesn't want to grab this one. Let's say he goes out and grabs this one because he's not afraid of anybody attacking him, which is fine. I could then go up with Luke Cage and pressure him a little bit, get within 2 of him so I can set up some bodyguards if he wants to attack Carnage or um whatever. You know what I mean? I can just make a decision. But if he goes over here and grabs this one, I mean, this is easy for me. I can easily just go with Dormammu and just start attacking him and then just going to town Days and getting that legacy cure back on my play. Again, getting him back on my side. Because the Dormammu right now has 3 power. He can go ahead and place himself within 2. Do one move, basically. Just do one move. It probably doesn't even need the move because depending on where they go, they're either going to be here, they're going to be somewhere back here, something like that. I'm going to be able to cover that distance with because of his base and because of his movement. I mean, he has range 4 attacks and all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty cool. And again, like I said, there's definitely more optimal plays for this. This is just my opinion. I don't like to get too greedy when it comes to Legacy Virus. I know there's really crazy stuff out there that you can grab both of them. I'm pretty sure Dormammu can or whatever with some setups. But right now, this is like kind of like just my little splice and stuff like that that I'm gonna be trying out for a month. And again, the roster will change as I keep playing the game, and changes will happen. Um, but basically that's it, guys. Oh, and by the way, Doctor Strange is attached with the Soul Stone. I don't play him without the Soul Stone. I know you can, but to me, he always has the Soul Stone. So, anyways, guys, that's it for me. That's my little roster talk on the Dark Dimension / Midnight Suns that I will be running for like maybe the next month or two. Definitely give me your thoughts down below on the roster. Let me know what you think. Hey, if you like it, you don't like it, let me know down below. What are your changes? What are your cuts? What does your Dark Dimension roster looks like? Let me know. Or let let everybody else know. Definitely. I mean, I'm up for changing anything here. I like what I have here so far. And this is just an idea of a certain scenario that can present itself in the game, right? That you have, and you can see the plays that you get going on here and all that. I'm having a lot of fun playing the Dark Dimension. I've only played one game with them, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. So definitely, guys, give me your thoughts down below. Subscribe, like, dislike the video down below, and just give me your thoughts on the roster here. My thoughts on stuff. And I'll catch you on the next video. Right now, I mean, we haven't really had anything this week with articles, so sorry. I mean, the content's been a little dry. I think with that happening, I think I will be doing like roster discussion videos and all, and get more into other things. MC. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care.